Hey everyone, Doc from someone'sbigger.com here, and today we're going to be putting on a Smittybilt XRC-8 winch onto a body armor front bumper. I'm going to be taking this off because it's going to be a lot easier to put the winch onto it before we put it back onto the Jeep.
So we're going to go ahead and take our front bumper off. Once the front bumper is detached from the Jeep, you're going to want to go ahead and get some car stands or something else to set the bumper flat and level on. As you can see here, I'm using jack stands. Go ahead and take your winch and place it on your bumper. Try as best you can to line the holes up. And grab your bolt package. Now you will notice that there are different length bolts here. These two short ones will be used for our fair lead, and they'll go right up in the front there. The rest of these 4 bolts come with nuts and lock washers. The bolt's actually going to go up underneath, and the square nut is going to go right in here. There's a keyed slot where it'll fit in. So we'll go ahead and take our bolts with the lock washers on and screw them up into the square nuts. Crank those nice and tight because that's going to be the only thing holding your winch to your bumper. The next thing we're going to attach is our fair lead, and its main job is to create minimal friction while spooling in or spooling out your line. Go ahead and take your 2 stubby bolts that we discussed earlier and place them through the front of your bumper to the nut behind, and just crank those down nice and tight, and there's your fair lead in front of your winch. I would like to mention that this would be a good time to install your wiring box before you put it on the Jeep. That will make your life way easier. I didn't do that in this video, and I wish I did. As you can see, there are very tight spaces to fit a wrench in. The wires are color coded, so it makes that aspect easy, but like even here I'm using gear wrenches, and the bolts actually wrap underneath, so make sure you do all that first. I decided to put my solenoid box on the left hand side here as opposed to directly on top of the spool. The reason I did that is if there's any debris or anything like that coming in from the line, you're not going to have to worry about breaking it. Go ahead and mount your solenoid box according to your directions. Now at this point, simply install the negative wire to a good clean chassis ground and the positive line to the positive fuse block under your hood. You've successfully installed an XRC-8 winch by Smittybilt.